Hi guys, this is George back here with another video and welcome to the 9th episode here working in World of Adventure in Planet Coaster, where today I'm going to be finishing my Haunted Manor Dark Ride, the signature attraction inside my Scottish themed area at the park. So you can see here I'm currently working on a library scene. So you can see a fireplace going in there, a bit of fire at the side there. Eventually I do make that so it's actually inside the fireplace. However, I just left it there for now while I did the triggers for the ride. So then I could have easy access to it rather than trying to hide it under the floor and stuff and then having to try and get to it when I put all the triggers for the rides in. So yeah, currently I'm just working on all the theming around here, and then afterwards I go through the entire ride, sort all the triggers out, and then do some last little details. And then also the exterior of the manor, you're going to see that going into place in this video as well. And then also a POV of the finished product. You may notice that this video is actually sped up a lot faster than the other videos in this series so far. Literally, there was so much footage that I filmed for this, and I was trying to break it down into smaller kind of clips so the video wouldn't take too long. But then I thought, you know what, it's still just dragging on a bit. But then by the time I kind of reduced it down to a length that I wanted it to be, it's like, well, most of what I've done won't actually be shown. So I've decided to speed this one up a lot more so I can get more footage in of me actually making this ride, especially the exterior, because that did take a while. However, yeah, it's not the most exciting thing to watch. So I thought if I sped it up, then that will be better. So yeah, here we go. You can see now I'm working on this second outdoor scene. So yeah, there's two outdoor scenes on this ride, or scenes that are going to make you feel like you're outdoors. Of course, you can see the roof here. This is supposed to be the roof of the manor. And then you're going to see all the star cloth go in as well. And yeah, when you see the POV as well, there are going to be a few scenes that I haven't shown on camera at all because I wanted to keep some of the ride a surprise. I didn't want to show everything, the build process of everything. I wanted to keep some of it a bit of a surprise for when I do show you the POV, which you'll be seeing at the end of the episode. I'm really happy with how this dark ride has turned out. This is one of my favourite attractions that I've ever built in Planet Coaster. I'm really happy with it. So yeah, you'll see the POV of that later. You can get a few glimpses into the final scene there. This is the second to last scene of the ride, and the final scene is one of the scenes that I've kept a surprise. Here we go. So yeah, you can see all the star cloth going in there, make it feel like you're outside. And then soon you're going to see all of the different graves going in, and trees and bushes, just really filling up the space, making you really feel like you are actually outside. There we go. You can see some fencing going in here as well. So yeah, in this episode you are going to see this ride kind of really transform, because at the moment, as you're seeing at the time, there are still a couple of scenes that haven't been finished. The exterior, there's still a lot of work to do out there, actually putting all the windows on the manor, the roof, building the walls up, all sorts of stuff like that also needs to be done. You'll see the rest of the area itself around this ride getting constructed. This is going to be a small area in the park. It's only going to have this attraction in it. This is going to be the only attraction in the Scottish area, and then the rest of the area is going to kind of be built around this manor. So yeah, it's not going to be a big area, because the area behind this area is going to be one of the biggest areas inside the park. There's going to be a few different attractions in there, standout attractions that I'm really looking forward to building. And yeah, that's going to be coming up in the next episode, or the start of that area will be coming up in the next episode. Here we go. So now you can see I'm kind of building a garden shed that I'm putting inside this scene here. And then this kind of shadow figure is going to be triggered up to the ride, and it's going to come shooting through those doors as you go past. Here we go. You can see lots of different tools going up on the wall here as well. and some cobwebs, spiders, just because you do get a bit of a glimpse in there. So like the door will open, that shadow figure will come out, and then you'll also see inside that shed as well. So yeah, I wanted to put some tools up and some other shelves as if it was actually a real garden shed. There we go. You can see some animatronic crows going in, just filling up the space now. We've got a few crypts going in, lots of pumpkins, and also all of these vines that are kind of growing around the area, taking over as if it's all abandoned. It hasn't been looked after. There we go, this area. Got some more crypts going in just here. I really wanted to put a bench in. I thought that'd be really cool, but you can't actually put benches down because there's no pathway there. I did put a campfire in just there as well, as you can see. I do end up removing that because it got in the way of these bushes just here. So yeah, you can see all of those going in, just adding to that feel of it being abandoned. And of course, there's still a lot more programming of the ride to do as well. The programming of this attraction took so long to make it exactly how I wanted it. I must have spent at least an hour on just programming this ride on where I want the vehicle to be facing at each time and how it transitions from scene to scene. Like, it took so long to get it exactly how I wanted it, but it's worth it because I am really happy with the way it kind of flows through and the bits that you see and how it spins around and moves through each of the scenes. Here we go. You can see I'm working on the exterior of the manor now. So you can see just adding these kind of bits that stick out. So it's not just a big flat square. I wanted to make it look a bit more detailed. Here we go. You can see this is a bit of a, like a turret thing going in here, just another tower. And yeah, you're going to see all the roofing going in a minute. I do get kind of cut out a lot of the footage actually building the roof because it's not the most exciting thing to watch. So you can see here, these ones are just kind of layering up, but I did spend quite a lot of time on the roof making sure it was how I wanted it to be. There we go, just finishing the wall just there. And you can see that going in, just extending that across, you can see. There we go. So yeah, you can see at the moment, like looking at, you can see all the different ceilings of all the different scenes just down there. That was something that needed to be changed. And as you can see, all of the roofing is going in now. So yeah, this just goes all around the manor with kind of flat roofing at the top. And then you're going to see more roofing going onto those different other kind of parts of the house that kind of stick out from the main kind of structure. You can see here I was actually trying to move the wall in a little bit further so it all lined up properly, but then I realized I would have had to move that entire front wall, and it would have just completely changed how the ride was and where the station was positioned and everything, so I decided I'd just leave it where it was. There we go. I was looking at a few different types of roofs there. I kind of wanted to try something a bit different, but then I realized it didn't look that great, so I just kind of stuck with the traditional ones that I've been using. Here we go. You can see some fencing going in just here as well. This is marking the kind of perimeter of the house. And you can see all the roof is done now as well. Yeah, these paths were here because this was the entrance and exit, but then I decided actually I'm going to move this ride a bit further back so there was a bit more space to walk up to it. There we go, just lining all of that up. And then you'll see in a minute I'll start to work on the garden scene. Yeah, I've kind of put a lot of footage and made it into what's actually quite a short video. I've kind of just put some of the standout parts in, so you can see I'm working on some kind of struts for the house just here as well, just to add a bit more character to it, a bit more detail on all of the walls. So yeah, you'll see all of this get done. And then I also put in a kind of food and beverage unit as well, just to the side, which you'll see. There we go. Yeah, I think these kind of beams here add a lot to the exterior of this ride because it was quite plain before, and adding these in, it's just a simple thing like this, but it makes a huge difference. And I'm really happy with how this looks. Of course, this whole big abandoned manor that we're going with here. There we go, just trying to line that up right with the rest of it. Had to move the windows just there as well, so it would all be in kind of one line and not all wonky, whereas higher up on one side than the other. Here we go, you can see I'm adding some chimneys in here now as well. There we go, yeah, I was looking at putting one there as well. There we go. And then here is the main entrance sign. So yeah, there we go, Mystic Manor. And here you can now see the food unit going in just here. And you'll see the pathway going around to that in a minute. So you can see a lot has happened in quite a short amount of time. Lots of the footage has been scrapped, and what has been left in has been sped up quite a lot. And here we go, these are the final touches now, and you're about to see a POV of this ride. So that is now the end of this video here. Thank you very much for watching. Make sure to follow me on Instagram at George Kelly and follow me on Twitter at George Kelly. Thank you very much for watching. Stay safe, everyone, and I'll see you all later. Bye.